kick, a punch, a punch!
Stupid penguins!
Rats! Another goal. Hi everyone, Mike Nelson here from the Sci-Fi Channel's Mystery Science Theater 3000, along with Croty Robot.
Can't talk, must play.
And Tom Servo.
Block, kick, punch!
The good folks at PlayStation Underground asked us to take a look at some of their work from the past year.
Yeah, meaning they bought us off with a bunch of PlayStations.
And a mess of neat games.
And we're going to head to the theater in a minute, but first I just want to get one more goal at NHL Face-Off 98.
Meaning you fairly stink at it.
Hey.
Man, my arms don't work, and I'm doing better than you. Jump, kick, turn!
Yeah, Mike, why don't you go back to playing Pong?
Yeah, face it, Bob, you'll never master the subtle power of Parappa the Rapper.
Or the lightning-fast reflexes of Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, really, Crow? Is that why Crash keeps getting pummeled by penguins, huh?
Well, it's slippery in there. Hey, come on, Bandicoot, you big thing.
And, Tom, I noticed your onion head guy has fallen down a lot and, well, farted.
Yeah, I want him to do that, okay?
Well, don't get cocky. It's going to get rocky. We're going to head into the theater now. It's
Underground
time! Oh, this must be the Michael Collins video game.
The story of the University of PlayStation.
I majored in sitting on my can and not getting a damn thing done.
Oh, Minnesota.
Communication enabled.
Enabled? You gotta be kidding. I've got nothing but snow here.
What's going on? I thought we had a lock.
I don't know. We're through the firewall, have full control of the tower, the logo was up and looking good, then nothing.
Hey, what's happening back there? We lost the whole transmission.
Hold on. I'm running a system diagnostic.
You know, if your
Hard
animation
drive's
is getting its
fine.
butt kicked by Clutch
The
Cargo,
network's
you're in trouble.
Still up? Modulation is within limits. Let me check this satellite.
Gumby and Pokey, what do you got for me?
Got it. Tracking is off. I'm gonna realign.
Well, dial it in and let's get back online. We don't want Underground members seeing this snow when they try to get the transmission.
Dirk Digital.
You've got the wrong bird, unless we're transmitting Spunko's commercials.
Hang on.
Hang on. We're hanging on dead air. Let's go.
Okay, I'm reestablishing the lock. Picture should be clearing up.
Good, because if you show a Spunko commercial, I'm running for the exit.
And now, Scream 14.
Ready and action.
From Sony's space... From... Wrong, Sir John Giel bad. I thought that. From Sony's PlayStation comes the greatest hits. All your favorite...
See why we like fake people better?
From Sony's... The lady's dead, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. From Sony's PlayStation comes the greatest hits. All your old favorites.
Like the soft sounds of...
Which one of these two is Al Lewis? You decide.
The gentle crack of Sophia's whip.
Even the hilarious antics of Sweet Tooth, that marvelous clown.
All for just Tum-Tim.
This is the worst Mentos ad I've ever seen.
From Sony's PlayStation comes the greatest hits.
Like the soft sounds of swarming missiles.
Save money by hiring mummies. From Sony's PlayStation comes...
This must be a Scared Young video.
From Sony's...
Sorry, I'm a little tired. I really hit the mall walking this morning.
That's right. The PlayStation's a mere $149. You can also get lead...
Watch their love explode across the screen.
You can also get leading titles.
Like Crash Bandicoot and Jet Moto.
It's Moto. Jet Moto is your laxative.
Moto.
That's right. The PlayStation is a mere $149.
I lied. I'm not Hume Cronin.
Still roll, sorry, yeah?
That's right. The PlayStation's a mere $149. You can also get leading...
You're not going to let robots make fun of this later, are you?
But wait.
Pull my finger.
Look, she's dreaming of Ed McMahon.
Oh.
PlayStation is a mere $149. And you can also get...
Oh, now I'll never get my show with Sinbad.
The PlayStation is a mere $149. And you can also get...
These two were a hit at the James Buchanan inauguration.
That's right. The PlayStation is a mere $149. You can get other leading...
She isn't giving me anything. I'm sorry.
That's right. The PlayStation is a mere $149. You can get leading...
Yeah, someone spiked his Sustical with rum, I think.
The PlayStation is a mere $149. And you can also get leading titles.
Like Crash...
Fudge. I must remember to make
You can
fudge.
also get leading titles.
Like Brash Bandicoot.
Like Snake Flaky Butt and Mush Peterbilt.
It's a party!
Yeah.
Get at it.
Later, goons from PlayStation took them for a long ride.
All right, we got you surrounded, Pie. Drop your filling and come out with your crust in the air.
Whoa, that's got to be the top of the Genie garage door opener line right there.
Look at Bill Gates' basement.
You're probably wondering why I brought you here, sir.
Everyone knows we've got one of those, Jenkins.
No, not that, sir. Over here.
Davidson's playing free-cell again, sir.
Hey, stay off the floor. We just waxed it.
Would you just pick up the jar, Jenkins?
We found them playing it inside the ship.
Good God!
It's a Marilyn Manson Christmas album.
Well, were you able to retrieve any information from it?
That's what I need to show you, sir.
And now, Gallagher, the movie.
Wow, Crash Bandicoot's doing all right for himself.
His belly was texture mapped and ray traced like a bowl full of jelly.
Oh, a right jolly old elf's life ended today in a modest Sherman Oaks home.
Santa can't feel his legs. Oh, gross. Santa sneezed.
Why, Barton Fink left a present.
For me?
It's for Santana. They spelt it wrong.
Someone got me a black hole. Ah!
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z, sold separately.
Hi everyone, welcome to another issue. We're going to Volume 2. This is issue 2.1, and this is actually a good issue, especially after we just heard the funny guys from Mystery Science Theater 3000. Okay, on the top screen right there, it shows the words for each section, so I want to show you that before I go to this next section. Let's debrief with the guy, the big cheese, Kaz Hiare.
I've been with Sony since 1984. I actually started out at Sony Music in Japan doing legal and business affairs work, negotiating agreements, drafting contracts. Then I moved on to actually, when I went to New York, to promote Japanese artists in the American music business. Then I moved on to the PlayStation business. And I've been with PlayStation now for about 2.5 years. Both businesses depend on good software. If you don't have good music, good artists, you're not going to be successful in the music industry. That's also true in the video game business. Unless you have a good developing team, good artists that bring out compelling, exciting software, you're not going to be in this business for very long. If you look at the PlayStation today, it's best described as being the #1 video game platform in the United States and around the world for that matter. No matter how you look at it, whether you're talking about the installed base, the number of hardware units that we have, the number of titles that we have, or if you're talking about the pricing on the hardware and the software, you know, we're always in the leadership position, no matter which angle you look at it. The most important thing that I think we're doing different from our competition is making sure that we are delivering what the gamers want. Making sure that it's a challenging game, that there's discovery, and that there's immersion, that it presents the overall entertainment value that everybody is looking for.
Touchdown, Packers!
One of the things that I'd like to see in this industry is the ability for the industry as a whole to find and nurture new talent, whether it be artists, whether it be programmers, to be able to push the boundaries of video gaming and game design. We actually have a program called NetYarose, which allows our NetYarose members to develop games on their own PCs and share it with other NetYarose members. And that is in fact our attempt to nurture the future talent in this video game business. What I've learned from NetYarose is that some games on NetYarose may not look visually appealing, but there's something in those games that compels players like myself to spend hours on that particular game because there's something about the game that pulls you into the game, and that's the depth of the game. It's also the concept behind the game, and I'd rather spend time with a game that maybe is not so beautiful but has that you know, that immersive quality to it. One of the most important things that I've learned in this business is, number one, never to be complacent. Always be at least 2 steps ahead of your competition, because being 1 step ahead, that doesn't count. Even if you're in a leadership position, you need always to look at yourself as being a challenger. Otherwise, you become complacent, and once you become complacent, everybody else is going to pass you by so quickly that you won't even know that you know, what hit you. One of the favorite ways actually for me to keep in touch with gamers is to actually go to video game specialty shops, you know, just chat with some of the people that are playing the interactive displays, and you know, just ask them, so how do you like this game? You know, what do you think could have been done better? And just chat with them, because you know, they really know what they like, what they don't like. They're also very honest about their opinion, and I value that very much. You know, I always try to spend time looking at emails from gamers. I spend time trying to also look at complaints that we get, because sometimes that's more important to me in improving our business than some of the compliments that we get. I have to tell you, I love the PlayStation Underground, and I'll tell you why I like it so much, or why I love it so much. It gives us the ability to communicate with the video gamer in a very unique way, so that you know, you can keep up with what's happening in the PlayStation world. The most important is we are able to get your feedback in terms of how you look at the PlayStation as your video game platform.
Thank you, Kaz, for that one. Alright. Okay, this next section here is behind the scenes of one of my all-time favorite games for PlayStation 1, and also the highest grossing sale ever, over 10 million copies, Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo is actually a great racer, especially they make the model cars that looks just like their counterpart, and it's very, very cool. So I hope you enjoyed this next part right here, and here we go.
The automotive world is wondering what's under the hood of the hottest racing game ever. That's what one magazine called Gran Turismo from Sony Computer Entertainment Incorporated. We went across the Pacific to give PlayStation Underground members a sneak peek. Finding the development team wasn't hard. Most of the members barely get out of the office. Many have been working on this title exclusively for 2 to 3 years.
Compared to others, I get to go home more often. Although in most cases, I just go there to take a shower.
I went home 2 days ago. I usually go home twice a week. I've been planning this game for 6 years, but there was no technology right for it until Sony released the PlayStation. At that point, I felt very lucky. We assembled this team as we created Motor Tune 1 and 2. Those games were experiments for certain features in Gran Turismo. I wanted to make the ultimate racing game for motorsports and automobile culture. It has over 120 real cars with dozens of customization options in 8 different categories. 11 racing tracks are included.
I did the main programming. We take car physics to a new level. For example, if you make a minor adjustment in suspension, a car tilts differently in the corners. Each car is modeled to handle just like its real-life counterpart. We measured and simulated to the degree of millimeters. I know of no other racing game that has gone this far.
My job was adding reflections to the cars that appear to occur in real time, using environmental mapping technology. There are tons of racing games out there, but they have just pictures of cars. I think ours is the first one where you get the feeling that the actual car is there in the game.
My partner and I are responsible for capturing the car sounds. We needed the real sound of different cars and recorded over 40. I was the one who got into the passenger seat with the DAT recorder and the microphones. I've probably done close to 200 laps on the speedway.
The big challenge was where to put the microphones. One went inside the hood, the other went in the trunk, as close to the exhaust pipe as possible.
I put the best car I ever owned in the game. I bought it just after college, a Nissan R32 Skyline GTR. Unfortunately, in real life my car passed away after a huge crash. I feel like crying when I see it in the game. I was taking a turn at 130 miles per hour and tail slid 300 to 400 yards, bouncing rail to rail. When I finally stopped, the entire piece of the car in front of me was gone.
I don't have a car now, but the great thing about this game is you can try out lots of cars and decide what you want. It's a simulator for car buyers.
That's what's happening behind the scenes at Gran Turismo.
That's it for that one. Now we're doing a download station. This one you get 3 different cheats. One for Ghost in the Shell, one for Versus, and also Parappa the Rapper. I never use any of the cheats because I don't have the games for it. Oh, come on. Yeah, I want to pay $70 to get Parappa the Rapper. No thank you, I don't want to do that. So anyway, so I'll show you a demonstration right here. Okay, here it is. Okay, description. Yeah, in the Ghost in the Shell, you get 8 out of 17 cinematic sequences. First battle, you get all 4 boss battles. And Parappa the Rapper, you get all 6 levels cool with a bonus level on it. And there we go. Alright, so, okay, here it is about research and development. What that is doing the wormhole project, which I will show you that on the next few issues along the way. I might try just a little bit the demo just to show you what it looks like. So, you know, anyway. Well, I hope you enjoyed this next section here is software development.
A lot of you have been telling us you want to know how games are built. In the next 4 issues, we'll show you, in a way that no other gaming magazine could. Get ready for a PlayStation Underground exclusive. It's a new feature called software development. We'll walk you step by step through the inside secrets of making a PlayStation game. You won't be just watching. This new feature is a short, hands-on tutorial. As we build components, you manipulate them using your controller. And we invite you to give us suggestions and feedback that could help shape the game. In Part 1, learn about game design and working with a 3D model. The issue after that, we'll show you how an animated world is constructed. Part 3 lets you put a character in motion, working with collision detection and game physics. And in Part 4, you'll add artificial intelligence, special effects, and sound. By the end, we'll have developed a game you can play, and if we liked your suggestions, your name just might make it into the credits. This could open the doors to the world of game development. Just be here over the next 4 issues. It's inside training, and only PlayStation Underground CD Magazine subscribers will be getting it.
There you go. That's pretty much what's going to happen later. Alright, well, I'm going to end this commentary to show you the video of tech questions and answers of how to import games imported to the United States. So, well, thank you for watching Part 1. Stay tuned for Part 2. This is AlanStarWarsFan here, and it's time to game over. I'll see you in the next part.
Every year, hundreds of new PlayStation games get released in Japan and Europe. Many of these games are chosen for licensing and distribution in North America. You're about to meet some of the people at PlayStation who search the world for the best games to import. You'll learn how that search is conducted and how an overseas game is made ready for North America in a process called localization. The search for new games starts here with PlayStation's Manager of Software Licensing in the U.S.
We basically comb our markets worldwide to find the best products that are available. We really don't restrict ourselves to U.S. Or Japan or Europe. We go all over the world. I have counterparts in London as well as in Japan, and each of those people have a group under them. Here in the U.S., 4 people report to me. We are responsible, our group is responsible for bringing in third-party developed software to be marketed under the first-party lineup. Basically, we are here to expand our PlayStation market, and we want very good games to be noticed. We have a very strong marketing and sales arm. We're here to provide that to any good game that deserves it. Last year, in the year 1997,